Please be seated. Welcome, family, friends, alumni, distinguished guests, Provost Beverly Wendland, and most importantly, the people we are here to truly celebrate, the amazing class of 2024. I'm Mike Mazzio, Dean of the Olin Business School, and I am truly honored and privileged to host this afternoon's graduation recognition ceremony for our graduate programs. It is a tremendous joy to stand before you and recognize each and every one of you for your accomplishments on the way to this celebration. I would like to begin by asking the graduates to acknowledge all the family and friends who are here with us in person and on live stream. They all deserve a round of applause for their support and guidance along the way. I'd also like to acknowledge our efforts to make this more of a green celebration and use the QR code or visit the short link on the screen to view the program for ceremony details. As I consider the message I wanted to share with you all today, I recalled an oft-repeated quote that goes something like this. No one on their deathbed ever said, "I wish I spent more time at the office." Believe me, I get the point of that quote. Work shouldn't be all-consuming. There's more to life. Yeah. I get it. And I don't disagree with the text. It's the subtext that I have an issue with. It's the implication that our jobs are just something we do on the way to the fun parts of our life. I don't believe that. I believe work should be joyful. And as young leaders, it's up to us, you and me and all of us, to model that attitude, to encourage that approach, and to foster that culture. Confronting and solving business problems should be engaging, challenging, rewarding, and yes, fun. This is not a new idea, by the way. Even Aristotle once said, "Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work." More recently, St. Louis native son Danny Meyer shared a story about how his grandfather that drives this point home. Danny is the founder of Union Square Hospitality Group and Shake Shack, and in an interview in 2020, he spoke fondly of the advice he received from his grandfather, who once told him this: "The people who do the best in business are not the ones with the least problems. They are the people who solve their problems better and have more fun doing it with better people." Today, you are those better people. You are equipped to solve problems better. Yeah. You are equipped to solve problems better thanks to your time at WashU Olin Business School. And the challenges, well, we have to acknowledge that they are plentiful. There are macro problems like geopolitical strife, the rapid emergence of AI and the uncertainty of cryptocurrencies, and there are micro problems like marketing new products, financing a business, and navigating supply chains. The challenges are there, certainly. I just want you to encourage you to find the joy in confronting them. That is how I've approached my work every day for the past 25 years. And as research in the Harvard Business Review reported in May of 2022, finding joy in problem solving improves engagement, creativity, and purpose. So when I see you out on the road or back here at Olin months or years from now, I hope you'll pull me aside. I hope you'll share a time when you and your team confronted a tough challenge. And I hope to hear something joyful in your story. Before we continue, I want to remind you that while you may be going away, you're not going too far away from Olin's global community. Our faculty, staff, and your fellow students have stood with you and you with them throughout your studies and experiences on campus and off. Let's take a moment and show our appreciation. Will all the faculty and staff members here today please stand to be recognized? Thank you all. And now, it is my privilege to introduce today's keynote speaker, Jack Senoff. Jack is a managing director with Thompson Street Capital Partners, a St. Louis-based private equity firm focused on investing in founder-led middle-market businesses across a variety of industries, including life sciences, healthcare, software, and services. Before earning his MBA at WashU Olin, Jack served in the U.S. Army as an infantry officer in Ranger, Airborne, and Mechanized units. He is a graduate of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. After leaving the service in 2004, Jack worked as a service sales manager for the Cintas Corporation, then began a search for a business school. His experience meeting other veterans and military families at an event hosted by the Olin Veterans Association persuaded him to earn his MBA at WashU in 2008. Today, with Thompson Street, Jack co-leads the firm's deal origination and portfolio support teams. Please welcome Jack Senoff to the lectern.
Thanks, Dean Mazzio. I appreciate it. It's a real honor to be here with you all today. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and participate in this event. Graduates, congratulations on an incredible accomplishment. I'm excited for you all. I wish you all tremendous luck and fortune moving forward as you step into this next chapter of each of your lives. So, an epiphany is defined as a sudden insight or revelation, usually initiated by a simple experience. 20 years ago, almost exactly, in the summer of 2004, I found myself sitting in a kayak in Colorado. Sounds nice, right? Sadly, this was a 15-foot-long sea kayak, like an ocean kayak. I think it was like by LL Bean. 15-foot-long kayak, not good for running rapids in Colorado. Thankfully, I was safe because this same kayak was sitting basically in dry dock. It was wedged diagonally in the tiny apartment that my wife and I had in Boulder, Colorado. So I'm sitting in this ocean kayak on the floor of our apartment in central Colorado, and I am hoping for an epiphany. See, I just returned from a year-long deployment to Iraq, and after 8 incredible years as an infantry officer in the Army, I decided that it was time to go pursue something new. My wife and I had just gotten married, so we had a lot of big life changes going on, and I was trying to think about the next thing, like what I was gonna do when I grew up. The problem was I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. And even more accurately, I had no idea what was even possible out in the civilian world. Worse yet, I was too proud to ask for help in navigating this decision making. Honestly, I was a little bit embarrassed about my lack of knowledge of the business world, so I just set out to figure it on my own. And that's how I ended up in our apartment kayak, trying to come up with ideas. Now, as a brief explanation, this big ocean kayak, you'd wonder why the heck we have it in Colorado. Well, it was a super well-intentioned and very sweet gift from my sister and her husband for our wedding. And it made for a unique, albeit temporary piece of furniture because, of course, we couldn't use it up in the mountains of Colorado. Also, my wife cautioned me. She's like, man, you're starting this out, and it sounds really sad. You're like this guy by yourself in a dark room sitting in this boat. Like, it's really kind of depressing, right? So I just want to make note. Actually, that same morning, I'd been out mountain biking all morning. It was a really nice break. I think I saw an eagle while I was on the trail. I stopped. I remember this specifically. It's 20 years ago, but one of the best breakfast burritos I've ever had, green chili on it. I mean, things were good. Things were pretty good overall. But nevertheless, I was still in this landlocked boat trying to come up with ideas with no knowledge or perspective on how to do so. And so, as it turns out, sitting by myself, waiting for an epiphany was not proving productive at all. Inertia is the tendency of objects in motion to stay in motion and objects at rest to stay at rest unless an external force causes a change. Thankfully, my wife Maura was that force. She came home from work. She sees me sitting on the floor in the kayak, in the apartment kayak, and after laughing at me really for a while, and mocking gently, like only like a spouse can do, she finally was like, man, you got to get the heck out of the kayak, and you need to get moving. Figure it out. Ask for help. Seek advice. And thankfully, that's what I started doing. One of the first people I spoke with was my brother-in-law, and his advice was simple. Network. If the problem is that you don't have any ideas, go seek out ideas. He basically put it to me like this: if you don't start shaking hands, you'll never shake the right one. And ultimately, that's how I eventually ended up at Olin Business School. As a demonstration of the power of the Olin network, once I started actively reaching out to people, I found out that a couple of my undergrad classmates were actually MBA students here. So I connected with them, and they started selling me on the program. And as the dean mentioned, when we visited, my wife and I found a really welcoming and impressive group of students, of faculty, staff, and a really engaged and impressive group of alumni. I also connected with the Olin Veterans Association during that same visit, which became my family within the broader Olin community. Strong ties that really continue to this day. I am both proud and fortunate to be a part of the Olin community now, which grows stronger today as all of you, our most recent graduates, join the alumni network. Now, I'm sure you all remember the concept of network externalities from your econ classes, and it's really dangerous to do this with a ton of professors here, because I'll probably be wrong on how I recall. But in my recollection, it's about where the value of a product or service can change based on the number of users. I'm looking for decent, sir? Okay. This effect holds true for our network, for the alumni network, for the student network. The more active members we have, the greater the value of our network to all of us. So here's my challenge to you as our newest alumni. Be involved. Be active. Mentor students. Donate your time. When you're able, donate your money. Attend Olin alumni events, whether here in St. Louis or wherever life takes you. Sponsor internships at your companies. Hire Olin grads. Network with other WashU alumni. Stay in touch with the great friends that you've made here as students. And importantly, help us recruit other top quality candidates to come here and earn the opportunity to be a part of the Olin and WashU family moving forward. This is an amazing place. Hopefully you have all experienced that. Let's keep making it better together. In addition to you investing back into the school and into the alumni network, I encourage you to continue investing in yourselves. That's what you've been doing here as a student, right? It's investing. It's certainly not free. I mean, there's money, obviously time, tremendous effort. There's the opportunity cost of either being partially or fully out of the workforce while you're here. It's a real investment, but I am positive that you all are worth it. And I'm confident that the investment you've made in yourselves will generate huge returns. So now that you're graduating, I encourage you to keep 4 goals in mind. 1, do something you love. I'm really fortunate to be able to say that I've been with the same firm since I graduated here in 2008, and I love the people I work with, and I love what I do. Find that. You've earned that right. Think about all of the countless hours you've invested studying, test taking, paper writing, small grouping. That feels like a verb. So that's 1. 2, keep learning. Model professional curiosity as you continue to your post-Olin careers. Ask the second and third order questions. Take time to research and grow, and make time to pause from the daily whirlwind of life to take assessment, to think about strategy, to develop long-term goals. Be creative. Push the boundaries of opportunities, of what you, your team, and your organization have historically thought possible. Don't wait for an epiphany to strike you. Play an active role in seeking information and developing insights. 3, be a positive force for continual improvement and change. As a team member, as an employee, as a leader, commit to making yourself and your places of work better. Complacency is a fatal disease for individuals and for organizations. So never stop being a driver of productive change and positive energy. And 4, finally, take care of yourselves and each other. You're all driven as professionals. You wouldn't be graduating from business school if you were not a driven professional. But don't forget to make time to be with your loved ones. And when you are there, be fully there. Be truly present when you're with them. In closing, be on the good side of inertia. Don't stop moving. Don't stop improving. Don't stop being a catalyst for positive change. Take what you've learned here at WashU Olin and be difference makers. And if you ever find yourself alone, sitting in a boat on the floor, either figuratively or literally, stand up, get the heck out of it, and get moving. Thank you all for the opportunity to speak with you. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you so much, Jack, for your wonderful remarks, which contained no errors in economics. We want to present you with this gift. It says, Dean's Honor presented to Jack Sennett. Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce today's student speaker, chosen by the class of 2024 for this honor, Nigel Hoffman. Nigel said he chose WashU Olin Business School because of the intimate class size and the ability to build meaningful relationships with our faculty members. Nigel's long-term plans after graduation include returning to his roots in education, but his immediate plan is to work in human resources and human capital consulting. Please join me in welcoming Nigel to the lectern as he shares some of his thoughts and announces our first Reed Teaching Awards.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're probably wondering why I've called you all here today. So I'd like to start with our collective gratitude and enthusiastic welcome to our esteemed guests, professors, parents, partners, babies, miscellaneous gatecrashers, and last but not least, the illustrious Washington University in St. Louis Olin School of Business MBA class of 2024. My friends, we did it. Nearly 90 weeks since we returned from global immersion, and most of us are still on speaking terms. Over the last 24 months, we've flown across the world, navigated flight cancellations, explored the wonders of entrepreneurship, business strategy, and policy in Washington, D.C., Barcelona, Santiago, and St. Louis. Now, in typical business school student fashion, with inspiration from the ever-iconic Trish Gorman, I will now analyze some of our core courses in a 2x2 matrix. I don't think that any of us are really capable of processing the last 24 months without some sort of framework. Unfortunately, I was not able to bring confetti, a drone, or signs, so you have to excuse me and follow along verbally. We'll be using high, low, in-class caffeine dependency, and post-class happy hour necessity as our chart. Under high caffeine, high happy hour, we have accounting. I'm really sorry, Tom. Your classes were really early in the morning, but the way you made credits and debits alive on a balance sheet was simply inspirational. Under high caffeine but low happy hour, we have managerial economics. John, you taught us the mechanisms of change of the world, but those exams needed a pot of coffee and a nap afterwards. Under low caffeine, high happy hour, I placed marketing with Cindy. Mid-afternoon, Cindy's energy was nothing short of exceptional. We learned about blue oceans and what to do and what not to do in a marketing campaign. Under low caffeine, low happy hour, we had Clives building business narratives. We started our MBA here, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, just getting to know each other, and we hadn't discovered the bear yet. For the last 2 years, we've looked at the 4 pillars of Olin for guidance, metaphorically at least, and of course, we can look to the 5th pillar, wine, at the reception afterwards. Since day one, we've had values-based, data-driven, drilled into our consciousness, reminded of it in our dreams, and incessantly prompted to talk about it in every single course evaluation. In fact, one of our classmates might have had it monogrammed on all of his suits. I'm not naming names, it might have been me. But values-based, data-driven means more than a tagline. It is a lifelong obligation that we take on to do not only good in this world, but to do better than those who came before us. As we exit the starkly identical classroom doors in Knight, Bauer, and Simon Hall, or quietly say goodnight to Debbie at the Bear before slipping out Thursday evening, our journey continues in earnest. What we've learned over the last 2 years has given us the means, modalities, and frameworks to understand the world, but we must not forget that the goal is to change it. We have in front of us a mission to not simply accept the old standards of civility for the sake of conformity, nor are we obligated to pursue endless shareholder value without consideration for the impact on the stakeholders of the communities in which we live. As Olin graduates, we make up a new generation of MBAs more concerned with its social humanity and a sustainable society. Today, I would like to leave all of us here in this room this challenge of praxis, of taking values-based, data-driven, and making that lasting impact on the world, on business, on the people around us. Olin's MBA program has taught us to understand the complexity of the world, to solve the most challenging business problems facing us today, and understanding that "it depends" is not just two words, but a statement and a concept for discussion, debate, and collaboration. We Olin class of 2024 graduates come from all over the world with different and differing perspectives and views, but are united in the common goal of supporting our peers and loved ones and leaving the world in a better place. Good night and good luck. May the force be with you. Beers are on Daddy Luck's to the bear afterwards. This side. I now have the honor of presenting the Reed Teaching Awards. Our class selected Professor Tom Fields. Tom has a unique ability to take a topic, accounting, one that strikes fear and stress in many new MBAs, and turns it into a passion, a comfort area. Tom takes the complicated and makes it digestible and applicable. At this time, I would like to present the Reed Teaching Award to Professor Thomas Fields. The next Reed Teaching Award goes to a professor best described as "you really need to take a class with," Professor Michael Wall. Michael Wall has shown himself time and time again to be not only one of the most energetic, prepared, and best PowerPoint wizards around, his intense focus on students' learning skills that they can immediately apply no matter their focus. At this time, I'd like to present the Reed Teaching Award to Professor Michael Wall. I'd now like to turn the lectern over to Greg. Have a good time.
Thank you, Nigel, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Greg Marifian, and I'm honored to present the Reed Teaching Awards on behalf of our PMBA graduates to two outstanding professors. First, we've chosen Professor Sergio Chayet as faculty member dedicated to our core curriculum, specifically in operations management. Professor Chayet possesses a remarkable ability in simplifying intricate supply chain concepts into easily understandable chunks. He complements his teaching in captivating case studies that sometimes included insightful videos from his site visits tied to those cases, and he always seizes a moment to share memorable anecdotes from his various experiences. Even outside the classroom, he's also one to offer his insight with his students, as he did for me during a work-related decision-making process. It is my privilege to present the core required course Reed Teaching Award to Professor Sergio Chayet. Next, we've chosen Professor Hilary Elfenbein for the elective course Reed Teaching Award. Professor Elfenbein is a professor in the Organizational Behavior Department teaching electives such as negotiation. Skillful negotiation is an important part of life for all of us, whether it's in the workplace or in everyday encounters. Thus, it is important for us to be equipped with the right skills to navigate, plan, and conduct these certain negotiable scenarios. Professor Elfenbein has an exceptional ability to connect with students by deconstructing concepts and demonstrating their real-world applicability. Her passion and enthusiasm in the classroom aid in her students' growth and development, and her dedication to comedy, family, and our university adds a memorable and enjoyable flair to both her style and our overall experience. At this time, I'd like to present the elective course Reed Teaching Award to Professor Hilary Elfenbein. Next, I'd like to welcome Jai Chi Elena Chu to present the Masters in Corporate Finance Reed Teaching Awards.
Thank you so much, Greg, and thank you so much, my friends over there. I know it's gonna happen. And I'm really excited to present the Reed Teaching Award for MSFC. It's a truly thrilling moment for all MSFC students. So for the first awardee, when I was sitting in the first row, everybody talked about this professor. And I guess it's not difficult to guess. So our class selects Professor Thomas Fields. Yeah. Professor Fields is a highly esteemed educator renowned for his experience in accounting and financial reporting. He has earned praise from students for his engaging teaching style and commitment to their success. In addition to his academic achievements, students highly appreciate his approachability and passion for teaching. Without further ado, I'm honored to present Reed Teaching Award to Professor Thomas Fields. Congratulations once again, Professor Fields. Now, I am delighted to announce our second awardee, Professor Buddy Sobra. Our classmates all believe that Professor Sobra, a distinguished expert in finance and investments, is acclaimed for his innovative teaching approach. As his TA, I personally had the pleasure of working closely with him and witnessing his dedication to student success. Professor Sobra's courses are also renowned for their practical focus, providing students with innovative real-life finance knowledge and professional skills. Beyond his expertise, students always appreciate his approachability and genuine care for their lifelong learning journey. Without further ado, let's welcome Professor Buddy Sobra. I guess this is the end of my part.
Thank you for your remarks, Nigel. Thanks also to Greg and Elena for presenting this year's Reed Teaching Award. I am Jessica Hatch, Assistant Dean and Director of Doctoral Programs. We are at the moment you have been waiting for, the presentation of candidates. I would like to invite Dean Mazzio to join me in presenting the doctoral candidates today. The complete dissertation titles are listed in the digital program and on the screen. We have 12 candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration today. First is Byung Wook Charlie An. Hooded by Professor Nick Argiers. Next is Hyunju Oh. She will be hooded also by Professor Nick Argiers. Patrick Matthew Healy. He will be hooded by Professor Robin LeBeuf. Chung Yao Soon. He will be hooded by Professors Cindy Kreider and Professor Robin LaBeouf. Dong Won Kim. He will be hooded by Professor Raphael Tomadson. Gang Pan. He will be hooded by Professor Richard Frankel. Ye Liu. She will be hooded by Professor Panos Kovelis. Vasudha Malika Nukala. She will be hooded by Professor Brett Green. Avantika Pal. She will be hooded by Professor Todd Gormley. Tatenda M.G. Pasiponadra. He will be hooded by Professor Anne-Marie Knott. Shaika Shahan will be hooded by Professor Jacob Feldman. And Xin Zhang. She will be hooded by Professor Richard Frankel. Please join me in congratulating all our PhD recipients on their exceptional accomplishments. I now invite Beth Sims, Assistant Dean and Academic Advising Director, to the lectern for the presentation of master's candidates.
Before I present our candidates, I would like to acknowledge several of our honored groups. First, I would like to recognize the graduates who have been nominated to join Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Business Honor Society. Honorees, please stand. Congratulations. I would now like to ask the Bauer Leadership Fellows to stand. These fellows are a collection of the top student leaders at WashU Olin. Congratulations. Will our Center for Experiential Learning Scholars please stand? This graduate has given their time, energy, and leadership to help advance Olin's experiential learning programs. I would also like to recognize the U.S. military veterans who are graduating today. Will the graduating veterans please stand so we may give you a special salute? We are at the moment you've been waiting for. This is a big moment for each of you and your families. We ask our graduates and guests to treat each graduate with respect and remain seated during the presentation of candidates. I now invite Dean Mazzio to join me in presenting our master's degree candidates today. The first member of the full-time MBA class of 2024 I invite to cross the stage today is Student Marshal
Galthaman Manikandan.
Next, we have the first member of the Professional MBA class of 2024 to cross the stage, Student Marshal
Carson Alexander Smith.
Next, we have the elected student speaker,
Nigel Walker Hoffman.
The next several graduates to cross the stage have earned individual awards for our different degree programs.
Watan Yu Sutanchi Wa.
Watanyu has earned the Milford Baum Prize and Marketing Award.
Megan Jennifer Shepard.
Megan is the recipient of the Powell Island Prize.
Samuel Berger.
Samuel has earned the Olin MBA Finance Award.
Michael Reutbird.
Michael has earned both the Joseph W. Toll Prize and the Dean's Award for Corporate Social Responsibility.
Sean Curtis McDonald.
Sean has earned the Center for Experiential Learning Impact Award.
Franklin Clark Taylor.
Franklin has earned the Wells Fargo Advisor Center for Finance and Accounting Research Award, the Olin MBA Entrepreneurship Award, and the Dean's Special Service Award as an officer of the Olin Black MBA Association.
Daphne Jarasti Brown.
Daphne has earned the Paul Cuff MBA Award.
Jorge Jose Concha Tagle.
Jorge has earned the John Wayne Latcham Memorial Award.
Arushi Agrawal.
Arushi has earned the Herbert C. Moog Prize.
Charisse Daniela Alicia Brooks.
Charisse has earned the Dean's Special Service Award as an officer of the Olin Black MBA Association.
Nishad Omar Carrington.
Nishad has earned the Dean's Special Service Award as an officer of the Olin Black MBA Association.
Chevelle Chanel Parnell.
Chevelle has earned the Dean's Special Service Award as an officer of the Olin Black MBA Association.
Jessica Rose Lefton.
Jessica earned the Hiram and Mary New Honor Prize.
Jessica Heipel.
Jessica earned the Peer Recognition Award.
Gregory Michael Marifian.
Greg has earned the Professional Achievement Award.
Jiachi Shu.
Giachi Elena earned the Wells Fargo Advisor Center for Finance and Accounting Research. Evan Mark Janess is the recipient of the Nicholas Dopich Outstanding Accounting Student Award. He is watching via live stream.
Emerson Calloway Sarney.
Emerson earned the Outstanding Student Award for Corporate Finance.
Pei Chen.
Pei earned the Outstanding Supply Chain Management Student Award. And now we will continue with the presentation of candidates from all graduate degree programs.
Gabriel P. Samarick. Dylan Edward Bittaker. Margaret Elizabeth Pate White. Da Peng Wang. Divyam Jain. Christian Alexander Nixon. Christopher Lamont Wise. Muhammad Qasim Hyatt. Namrata Nataraj. Nikita Muralidharan Nair. Purva Joshi. Sai Teja Reddy Papagari. Christopher John Vartanian. Max Kleeman. Drake L. Hill. Matthew Lux. Matthew Alexander Lopes. John Tifton Badgett. Neil Daniel Canneberg. William K. Cap IV. Rachel Corinne Hibbett. Arun Balachandran Ganesan. Lily Grace Hostetler. Neil Quasi Safa. Vitali Sharlai. Justin Hampton. Augustine Archibong. Rufus Kwesi Kumi Eyisi. Ahmad Ali. Janelle, Brianna, and Ciso. Echiriku Binza, Elisha, Tibatemwa. Shraddha Chala. Knight Jepchumba Kimosap. Gautami Pandiri. Maralma Chinzore. Arushi Gupta. Manaswini Bobu. Leah Sarah Thomas. Megha Desai. Titobi Lolua Oluwayomi Oreolorum. Abdul Salam Moyosore Oganla. Jessica Ann Timmerman. Miao Lee. Uin Do Mai Vo. Tram Nguyen Huyen Ngo. Voranen Tawiruchana. Suning Lee. Deborah Mayokun Olajide. Oluwatosi Abeni Fashoronti. Augusta Olubukola Fasui. Olamide Mabel Omotosho. Sabdat Ayomide Umar. Folakemi Oluwabusola Ajoni. Deborah Udoma Wankwo. Colin McGurk Berry. Howard Lura Foster. Judy Wen. Madeline R. Lapointe. Min Quang Nguyen. Nicolette Merritt Horning. Mishka Niker. Johanna Shanaz Wazir. Madeline Jane Ducharme. Linda Ann Graff. Kwesi Arhin Enin. James Paul Wondra II. Jacob William Moulter. Maximilian Barreto. Alex David Graham. Daniel Glenn Davis. Elizabeth Wilson. Jamie Robert Posnanski. James Fitzgibbons Anderson. Snehitha Injamuri. Caitlin Rose Schmidt. Mohit Garg. Andrew Michael Newcomb. Leah Marie Nunez. Kelsey Denise Johnston. Haley Gardner. Elizabeth Sperry. Jewel Ray Jewel. Hai Yang Jiang. Jia Yang Zheng. Christopher Ryan Bennett. Christian Anders Jansen. Jeffrey Rothenberg. Matthew Walton. Jacqueline McGuire. Bianca Paulette Cuevas Solet.
Hannah Rosenblum.
Jason Douglas Key. Connor Bradford. Scott M. Lanning. Thomas Gerald Graff, Jr. Sung John Lee. Hao Kai Yin. Yicheng Liu. Shu Chen Liu. Henry Zhang. Ziyuan Gao. Xuyi Su. Juhua Li. Jiaxin Zhao. Yiji Wang. Xinchuan Shan. Zi Zhu. Junjie Huang, Huiyuan Gao, Junjie Huang, Hanqing Li, Xingyu He, Yujie Du, Weimin Liu, Xiao Wang, Haixiang Wu, Sichen Bian, Xiaohua Shang, Shenbo Gao, Weilun Chao, Jingyang Feng, Christopher Edward Alwang, Matthew James Rush, Matthew Thomas Schmall, Habibatu Dumbuya, Qianxiang Ding, Fengji Wang, Wentong Sun, Yinong Chen, Lisa Sun, Shangwei Zhang, Xinzi Mao, Ziwan Zhang, Yuang Chen, Xinu Lin, Zhiwen Zhou, Yuye Zhang, Zhai Su, Yeru Li, Shu Hui Cai, Long Hao Zheng, Rong Ma, Sang Yuan Hu, Mi Ke Shi, Mei Ling Wu, Yanzhang Liu,
Let's have another round of applause for all our graduates. On behalf of everyone here today, I'd like to be the first to welcome the alumni family of Washington University and Olin Business School. This concludes our ceremony. Please remain seated until the stage participants have led the recessional out of the field house. I invite you to follow us and join your graduates in the Knight Hall atrium for a reception. Graduates, once again, congratulations with your graduation. Once again, yes. With your graduation, you expand your global network to include thousands of Olin and WashU alumni. Now go out and change the world and have fun while you're doing it. Thank you, everyone.